The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith are Scotland's top-rated window and doors company on Trustpilot. They've fitted over 1 million windows and doors across Scotland, offering 0% interest-free credit for up to 5 years, and you'll pay nothing until 2027 at 3.9% APR representative search. CR Smith online for more, or head to crsmith.co.uk. Remember, CR Smith windows and doors are made in Scotland for Scottish weather. Now, it's time for the podcast.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
Hello and welcome to the STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith. I am your host, Ronnie Charters. Alongside me, the lovely Ewen Cameron.
Thank you, Ronnie Charters. It's lovely to be here. Nice to see you.
Nice. And of course, the man who steadies this Titanic from now and again before it hits the iceberg.
The Titanic was not steady.
It was until it hit the iceberg, which I could already see in front of me. Callum Bell.
Hello, how are you both?
That kind of sums up Callum Bell's part in the show. It's all nice and steady to begin with, and then we hit the iceberg because he talks so much pish.
There you go. See?
I talk so much pish. Just to clarify, I talk so much pish.
We haven't even get through the hellos yet.
Nice
Right,
one.
let's just take it a wee chill pill for a second.
He actually does.
Well, you can listen to Callum Bell's pish every single week if you wish. We will give you a new podcast every Monday, so please like, share, subscribe on all the social media channels that we provide, as well as YouTube, STV Player, TikTok,
Spotify.
Instagram's going quite well apparently as well.
Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcasts. I keep forgetting about the Apple Podcasts.
Is it on Amazon Podcast? I don't know. If
Amazon
it's a thing.
Podcast. Go and
It
have a
is
look.
on Amazon. It is.
We're everywhere.
Who's listening on Amazon?
Apart from the Facebook. Well, no, on the Facebook.
Apparently, Facebook is for old people. So Instagram is for the young team. TikTok is for the young team. X is for shouty people who hide behind profiles.
You must love it.
Well, I'm out there.
And then-
I'm not hiding. I'm not pretending to be somebody that I'm not.
Shouty bit.
I am shouty, yeah. But there's a lot of people
And
who...
Facebook's for the elderly.
I find that a lot of people who criticise me are not real people. They're
Well, I
hiding.
can't keep showing my name.
How many accounts have you got?
I've got about 12 other accounts every week.
And then Facebook is for the older generation.
Well, we'd like to welcome the older generation to STV Radio Football Show at some point. We'll get to you, but thank you so much. We're recording this on Sunday night.
A few hours
You've
after the big
dragged me
game.
in on a Sunday night,
shut
so
up,
Callum
you.
Bell can edit it first thing for you lovely people to watch in the morning. So, it's a Sunday. How was your weekend? But happy Burns night.
Happy Burns night.
Happy Burns night.
Do you know, I'd forgot all about Burns.
So did I.
My wife served up a roast chicken dinner.
Teresa.
I know!
Teresa.
On Burns night! Didn't even remember it was Burns night. I think my weekend was thoughts on Celtic coming to Tynecastle. That's all I was thinking about. I wasn't caring about anything else.
Really?
I didn't give a hoot about Burns. I didn't give a hoot about Haggis or anything else
You
other
had a party on
than...
Saturday night as well.
I was at a 50th birthday party, which I showed face at. I've got a broken ankle, but it was somebody's 50th, and I had to show face. Turned up, and there was a Tom Jones tribute act.
Fantastic.
And he was very good. It's a boy from Motherwell. He had all the mannerisms. I think I sent you a video.
You did?
How good was he?
Very good.
He was very good. It was in a hall, in a bowling club type thing.
Oh, cheap drink. Fantastic.
That is your dream.
£8.50 for a round of drinks.
Oh,
Fantastic.
come on, the bowling clubs.
Yeah, so we were in there for about 52 minutes. I
All
timed
right,
it.
you timed it.
52 minutes, and then I made my escape because I got a broken ankle to get home and get my pills.
Exactly.
And then chill for the Saturday night. But all I did was worry about Hearts versus Celtic. Woke up this morning, worried about Hearts versus Celtic, right up until kickoff, and then shat the bed when Negron scored that free kick. Turned my phone off as well when Negron scored that free kick. So my entire weekend was just thinking about the game at Tynecastle. I didn't have much else to do or think about, to be honest.
Oh, that's quite sad.
What about you?
We're really jumping the gun here.
Why?
Because we do comments, then we do Weekend Mind. We're going to mess people's routine here.
Sorry, but let's go with the flow.
Sure, yeah, you do what you want.
All
it's
the people who like routine are all the oldies anyway. We're not on the Facebook. So it's
fine. That's a fair point.
brace yourself. I didn't go out this weekend.
He sent me a picture of him curled up on the sofa last night.
Are you okay?
Aye, I know.
By the
So
way, can I just say, you show me a picture of your telly, you need a new telly.
why?
You do, you need a new telly. I nearly said to you...
Excuse me?
No, you do, you need a new telly. That telly is about 15 years old.
You're talking out your arse.
It's got a massive bezel around the edge of it. You need a new telly badly. I've got some contacts for
I
you.
moved into that. I moved into that house 3 years ago and brought a brand new television.
No, you didn't. You didn't. That's an old telly.
Right.
And you don't have a sound bar either.
I do. You're a liar.
Right.
Sorry, folks, but I'm not having that.
I didn't see the sound bar. You need a sound bar when you've got a flat screen telly because the sound that comes out of a flat screen telly is awful.
Guys, this is a really middle class argument. It's a really big problem for me.
Well, in that case, you should be loving it, posh boy.
I have a sound bar and a flat screen.
You know what? I can't. I'm not even going to bite at that.
I paused your video and had a look. I couldn't see any sound bar.
Right. Well, you're lying. So
I don't know how you can watch any movie or
we had
any
a sound
TV
bar.
show.
I'm not going to go on about this. I've got a sound bar. I've got a sound bar in the front room.
I've got two sound bars.
I do. I've got a sound bar in my second room. I feel like FaceTime and Fraser going, get in that back room and tell him.
This is see for that whole I'm not going to bite thing. You're
No,
doing great.
I'm not. So we sat in. You know I love Eurovision. You know I love Eurovision.
Yes, I love Eurovision.
Anyone who knows me knows I love Eurovision. Last night, Saturday night, was the Luxembourg Song Contest.
Well, I wouldn't go that far and
Where
say I love it.
Luxembourg have their own contest to pick who gets sent to Eurovision.
I was there earlier this year. That's all he talked about.
See?
Yep.
Are you actually watching heats for different countries?
That's what we did last night.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, I love it.
fantastic.
I love it, but not to the point where I'm watching the heats of all countries that are going to be participating in the Eurovision Song Contest.
Well, I'm sorry, but you sat through 52 minutes of a shit Tom Jones lookalike, so I'm not going to start getting slagged about what MD does
He's done
on
you.
a Saturday
He's done
night, all right? With my sound bar and my new telly.
you don't have it. It's not a new telly. I think I've still got that video. I think it's a pish telly.
Show me it,
Anyway,
yeah.
you did pottery.
I did, yeah. Mine is worse than both of
Wait.
yours.
He's talking about us having a middle class argument about a sound bar, and he's away doing Ghost. Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze. Was Bonnie Blue was sat in front of
I
you?
know, she was behind me.
Leave your jokes in the comments, folks.
Pottery was great.
Pottery
What
was
do you
great.
do?
So you get a pottery wheel. I'd never done pottery before. You get a bit of clay and you slap it down and you've got to centre it first. Really hard, really difficult. Then you try and make a shape. And the girls that were looking after us, the ones that were like the instructors, they were so nice because I made 3 like awful attempts at whatever they were supposed to be. And she kept going, "That's a lovely tapas dish." It's like, I didn't,
Oh, God.
It's not a tapas dish. That's going to go in a kiln and fall apart. But it was good fun. It was a good laugh.
Good.
I don't think you've got a sound bar.
Oh my God.
Here we are.
Can I genuinely phone Fraser and go, send her a photo of my telly? I'm not going to.
Let's not.
Look, can you see a sound bar under that telly? And that's a pish telly.
No, it's a pish phone. Why have you taken it?
No, it's his cam. It's this video.
Do you know, I'm doing this. I don't care.
Thank you very much. So, can we address last week, because we had a test, a tweet, that went biblically viral.
What are you talking about?
Which one?
The one where you just shouted to everybody and became very melodramatic.
Right,
So I'm going to start, all right, because you've had enough. Every single person, we had people in work come up to us and go, "He's out of order."
Yeah, are you okay?
I had people in STV coming up to me going, "Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Do we need? Is this a HR thing? Do we need to sort this?" So I think, and as the comments are about to back me up, I think you owe me an apology.
Well,
You were
Sorry.
aggressive.
There's
You moved the
I got it
microphone away. You started pointing in my face. Frankly, Frankly, if Mama Charters was here right now, you'd have another moon boot on. She phoned me straight away and was like, "Here's his number. What's his address? I know he gets half at Croy. I'll meet him."
Right. So that clip that you, Callum, put on social media was taken out of context. And it was because if you rewind 5 or 10 minutes before I blew my top, you two are awful. You are disrespectful.
Are we telling you to shut the F up?
Wait, when
Are we
I
grabbing the microphone? I'm not even going to put the microphone to my mouth. Shut the F up.
No.
Do we do that?
Is that a thing? Is that a serious, like, if you go, "Right, I'm serious now, I'm away for the mic." What's
No,
that? Is that a hard man thing? Have you done that previous podcast and everyone went, "Oh, he's off the mic, right, sorry."
It's not a hard man thing.
I
was
tell.
just getting annoyed by you two because if you remember, 5 minutes before I blew my load.
Make sure you're not on the mic when you do that, please. I know you like hearts, mate.
No. You need to put another sheet down, God.
That's a different podcast.
Oh my. days.
Can I just say I've been on the pills today again because I've been in a bit of
Right,
pain.
well, you need to get off these pills because this is not that type of podcast, pal.
What pills are you taking?
It's not the blue ones. It's not the blue ones. Right. See, before I blew my top.
Correct.
I can't believe what I just said.
I know.
There.
That's
See,
fine.
before I blew my top, if you listen back to the previous 5 minutes before I lose my rag, you two are making stupid noises like giggling and like being
did we
disrespectful.
giggle?
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
did we
You're
giggle
giggling
at
and going,
you?
oh, boo-hoo, oh,
I'm
boo-hoo.
going
When
to
I was-
divert your attention to a comment from a good listener, Craig McD13. Love the show as always, guys, but can someone tell Ewan, spelt wrongly, which I just love, that shouting over someone and genuinely being louder doesn't make him right? Genuinely, I don't know why, when he pulls this stunt, that no one has put him in his place. Like Mama Charters is about to. Elsewhere, this is from James, I actually just watched this for Ewan's meltdowns, but still a good watch. Someone else has commented, different podcast, same meltdowns.
Bang on.
Darren, that meltdown from Ewan was brilliant. Conroy, Ewen Cameron complaining about anyone interrupting him was the most hypocritical thing I think I've ever heard. I mean, the lists go on.
Can I tell you why no one's put him in his place? And I think it's fair for me to say this because, as people have commented in weeks gone by, we are the campest football podcast.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
So we're not threatening people, are
No,
we?
we won't. We'll wait till you're away and then we'll talk about you. Layla, I don't know how Ronnie and Callum put up with you, and I'm not sure I'd be able to stay as calm as they do in the studio with him throwing his toys at the pram. Still, my new favourite football podcast, though. Keep up the good work.
Do you know what somebody said on Twitter, and I forgot to take a screen grab of it and sent it to you? Somebody described me as the Holly Willoughby of radio and television. So Holly Willoughby, who does This Morning, or had done This Morning, then turned up on Celebrity Juice on a Thursday. So there was different sides to Holly Willoughby. Remember the things that she'd do on Celebrity Juice? So it was like crazy, nuts
Quite
things that she would
risky.
do. Risky in her language and the things that she would do with a banana and all that kind of thing. And then she'd turn up on This Morning like butter wouldn't melt.
Yep.
I've been described as a Holly Willoughby of radio and
Because you're all lovely in the
podcasting.
morning show.
I'm lovely here as well. I just don't like working with people who are disrespectful. It's one of the things that I genuinely don't like, and I get really angry because I have raised my children to be courteous, to mind their manners, to respect their elders, and to listen to people who are speaking. You two weren't just listening; you were making stupid noises as if to be disrespectful, and I didn't take kindly to it. That
Smell
was
the
it.
glove, says Jambo Bear beginning to crack.
That's not, who's cracking? I'm not cracking.
Yeah, you
the,
sound
only,
it.
the only person I was cracking at were those two Muppets who I thought were being disrespectful to me when I was trying to make a point.
Should call the show after the Meatloaf song, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Callum, good guy. Ronnie, good guy. Ewan Bellend, who's clueless about football.
G Miller, thank you for that, G Miller. Read the one about him we were just discussing.
Which one's
Well,
that? Is that one
it's-
from Fraz?
No, from Arco 4 days ago.
There you go.
Arca, where is it?
There, second page. But it's right there. You
Second
can, it's
page.
not
Now,
that
we
long.
don't know who this is about, ladies and gentlemen, but
Oh,
I'll let,
yeah.
I'll,
Well,
let,
listen, and I think he's got a point.
I'll let you and take it away.
So this is from Arco, who messaged the show to say, can't stand that posh dick on the show. Now, that's not me.
Now, listen, I'm for the East End of Glasgow.
It's not you.
Thank you.
I'm from Wester Hales. I don't know if you know this, but I'm from Wester Hales. So it's not you, yeah?
It's definitely you.
That's
It's 100% you.
100%.
Because it's not the first time I've heard somebody mention the posh dick on the show, and it's definitely Callum.
Tony's shouting at us.
Why is Tony shouting at us?
Celtic need to be shown more respect on this wee podcast in capital letters. We are the champions and are going to be come May.
I wonder if he's still thinking that after today.
Right, phone him. We'll phone Tony, see what he's thinking about the day. And then again, a lot of people are just generally nice.
It's weird,
Been
innit?
loving this podcast. Kenny Boy says, Hearts are a Diddy team, but still loving the podcast. Great listen, says Kyle. So,
I think that there kind of sums it up from the Glasgow 49ers campus football pod ever.
There you go. I like this one says no quite open goal, but decent.
we'll take that.
We'll take that. Aye.
So those are your comments. As ever, they genuinely make us tickle. Your joke that you said you're preparing this joke, right?
I've
Go
got
for
a
it.
joke.
You also had fan mail, but I don't know if you can be bothered.
Oh,
reading
yeah,
that
no,
now.
well,
no, that's- we'll do
think,
that.
No, I think we do, because the boy has sent us... I mean, I don't know how he ended up sending the email to the boy who is in charge of
The PR for the- Stephen.
Stephen in this. He's the head of PR, so it ended up...
He's PR for the radio station, that's
Aye. So my name is Alexander Reid and I live in Germany. I'm a season ticket holder
Tag.
with Eintracht Frankfurt, but make no mistake, I'm not an Eintracht fan. I just enjoy going to the football like most Scots. My dad is from Springburn, he says, and despite growing up in Germany, I'm Scottish through and through and regularly travelling home to visit my family and to see my beloved Rangers, says Alexander. Special credit to Ewan. He is one of a very, very small minority in the Scottish media who talks reasonable and fair on all things considering Rangers, because I do think there is, at times, an agenda against Rangers within the Scottish media. I've always said that.
Who said that?
I've worked in it.
Just keep going.
I've worked in the Scottish media. I've always believed there's been an agenda against Rangers at times.
Is Alex saying that, or are you saying that?
I'm saying that.
You're an absolute
I'm saying
idiot.
that. I've worked in the Scottish media longer than you.
So do we.
And unfortunately, because you two
You've not been
Muppets...
at a press conference for about
Doesn't
20
matter.
years.
I know how it works.
It does matter.
Anyway, going back to Alexander, I love listening to your show as it feels like being home. My mates over here don't give a toss about Scottish football. So the only person I can have a blether to about the Rangers and so on here is my dad, Billy. A few side notes. Rangers will win the double.
Of course his dad's called Billy. Come on, Alexander. Come on.
I hope East Kilbride win League Two. The joke 2 weeks ago from Ronnie was an absolute belter. That one about the 12-inch pianist.
Oh,
I was
yes.
pissing myself. It was brilliant.
You're welcome, Alexander.
So there's loads more from Alexander, but thank you so much for your message, Alexander, and thank you for spreading the word there in Germany about the STV Radio Football Show. Thank you, my friend, and you are correct. I am fair. I am balanced, unlike most in the Scottish media world, and I will call out, and I have called out, and it's times at my expense. I've been banned from Hampden, I've been banned from Celtic, I've been banned from Rangers, I've been banned from Hearts, I've been banned from Hibs.
Shut up.
Because
No one cares.
nobody likes the truth. Nobody likes the truth.
Nobody likes you, Cameron.
Was that your joke? Because that was brilliant.
No, drop my joke.
Aye.
I dropped my joke. Here we go. Good joke. My friend Tony asked me not to say his name backwards.
We've heard this.
Yeah, you've said this joke on already.
You said why not?
I said why not?
You've done
You
this
saw
joke
this
in the
already.
podcast.
Have I done that already?
Yeah.
Aye. Do you know
I'll
I was
call it out. I'm a Scottish media broadcaster. I'll call it out. You can't even remember 4 weeks ago.
guy was walking two dogs in the park. The guy came up to him and said, "Are they Jack Russells?" He says, "No, they're mine." There we go.
That's good.
Very good.
Right.
That's good.
So let's get to the fitba.
Oh.
The games have just finished. Oh, Ewan.
Oh my jeez.
Ewan is just blowing a bubble machine all over us.
There's so many bubbles.
Wow.
There's so many bubbles.
It's on the mic. This might ruin the mics.
It won't.
We're recording this on Sunday night, a couple of hours after the full-time whistle in Gorgie. And it finishes Hearts 2, Celtic 2. And the good thing is there's no...
I can't take this seriously. Sorry.
The good thing is there's not a lot to talk about in terms of the game.
Couple
We'll
minutes.
just move on. Hearts 2, Celtic 2.
See all the talk about Hearts bubble bursting a couple of months ago. Have you noticed all that chat has disappeared? Because
Watch your phone, by the way. It's full of bubbles.
surrounding Ronnie right now are many bubbles.
None of them burst. 'cause
None
they
of
keep
them have
sticking to
burst
his head.
because they're
forever
sticking to his
blow.
head. I thought that today's
So,
game...
give us your initial reaction, you and Cameron, first of all.
Last week I said I would bite your hand off for a draw. I said to you on the STV Radio Football Show on the radio on Saturday, I would bite your hand off for a draw. I said to Shelley Kerr, who was a guest on the show,
She was great.
I would bite your hand off for a draw, right? And then at the end of 90 minutes, I was disappointed not to win it.
Yep.
I was disappointed not to win it. I thought that Hearts deserved to win it. Kizaridis has got to score at least one of those two chances. Braga has got to score as well. He's, 4 or 5 yards out. And I know that Kasper Schmeichel's been getting quite a bit of stick in recent weeks and months. I thought he was outstanding today. If it's not for Kasper Schmeichel, Hearts get all 3 points. I thought we were excellent. 1-0 down, 2-1 down. We showed great character.
Were you excellent?
Yeah, we were.
Really?
I thought we were superb, particularly in that second half. Even before Celtic went down to 10 men, I thought Hearts were easily the better team. I thought Hearts created the better chances. And this is a strange thing about watching that game today. See, in the past, it's Hearts that are holding on. But this was Celtic who were time wasting. This was Celtic who were holding on. Even Celtic with 10 men in the past would always find a way to win the game. Doesn't matter where they are. I'd watched them on so many occasions over the years at St Johnstone or Motherwell or wherever they've been. Even with 10 men, they've always been the team that has looked the more likely to win. This was the first time in a long time I watched a Celtic team going, "You're pish. You are pish."
You've been saying this in this podcast for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
I know, but I think it was evident today more so than ever before. And what I will say this, when Martin O'Neill came in through the door the first time and he got 7 wins out of 8, and we all said in this podcast that Celtic aren't playing particularly well, but they're getting the results.
Yeah.
That's the Martin O'Neill effect. And what Martin O'Neill is doing right now is a miracle. To even get a draw today, I think that draw is huge for Celtic because I thought they were second best. But that's Martin O'Neill, the Martin O'Neill effect. He's getting a tune out of these players who, for me, have an attitude problem. The Celtic players' attitude stinks to high heavens. See Dyson Maeda, I'd be chasing him out of Glasgow tonight. His attitude is stinking.
Let's not encourage that.
You wouldn't catch him. Sorry.
But he was awful today.
Yeah.
I thought his attitude was terrible today. I mean, I know his attitude has been questioned this season. And I think a lot of that stems back to the summer when I think he thought he was leaving. He wanted out. They've kept him on. And I don't think his attitude has been right for a long time. And I thought he was awful today. I thought Engels was poor today. I thought Callum McGregor was a shadow of the player that he once was. Their best player and their best player this season, I know he's not Celtic fans' favourite player, I thought John Scales was out.
Liam.
Sorry?
What
John
did I say?
Scales.
Liam Scales.
Where'd I get John from?
You tell
Because
me,
you're
mate.
rotten. Stick to
Liam
Hearts for a
Scales.
minute, right? We'll get to Celtic in a minute. For Hearts, I don't think they were excellent in the first half, especially. I don't think they were excellent. I think
The second half of the
second
first half, we were good.
The second half, they were good. They were. The first half,
First
I thought,
25 minutes, I would say Celtic were the better team.
I think it was a Hearts team struggling to find their way without Beningame, Devlin and Shanklin. I think you could see that. I think it was such a Derek McInnes performance. It's so in your face. The crowd got on you. And the Celtic team just didn't have the mettle to handle that. But for Hearts, keeping a distance of 6 points, I think Derek McInnes said he was disappointed afterwards. I think when in the cold light of day, he'll still be 6 points clear of Celtic. I don't know if Hearts were that good to go, we deserve to win it. Because I think if that Celtic team finishes with 11 men, Celtic win that game. I do.
Are you being serious?
100%.
Did you watch the second half?
Yeah.
Right.
Celtic were defending quite well.
Oh, if it's not for Schmeichel, even
Oh,
before,
great saves. Aye.
before even Trusty gets sent off, Hearts are knocking on that door for an
Yeah.
equaliser. Celtic do not win today with 10 men or 11 men. They're not. They're
think they
not.
do.
They don't, Ronnie. We were by far the better team.
We'll never know. I think Hearts were the better team, aye, completely.
Celtic were hanging on.
I think they would have held on.
And we were banging on that door. We were slamming that door with a
A John Scales.
Sledgehammer. Do you know,
Hearts were, for me, easily the better team. We looked like that we were going for the title more so than Celtic.
100. That's why you're more favourites than Celtic are at the moment. I still can't get how people seem to think Celtic are favourites for the title. I can't get into my head why they think that is. You miss Shankland. You put in Kabore. Kabore did all right in the sense he was he was muscling enough. I think you put Scales and Trusty under pressure with a big sort of lump of a guy. They fold. We saw that today. You're sort of Cammy Devlin goes. They just go sign
Leonard.
who was good as well. Technically, could make a pass or two.
He was bad in the first half, to be fair.
He wasn't bad.
I think he went missing a wee bit in the first
He was
half.
bad in the
In the
first half.
first 15 minutes, he made a couple of wee mistakes, but once he grew into the game, I thought he was excellent, and it looked like he'd been there all season.
Not in the first. You had a bad first half. The reason Celtic go 1-0 up is because of his silly challenge.
I'm not biting.
And then
I'm not biting.
No,
You two
he's
didn't
not
watch the
there.
game. You
And
two
then he
didn't watch the
also-
game. You two didn't watch the
You
game.
can keep speaking, but I do have a point to make. He made the exact same mistake with the exact same run that he didn't track again about 3 minutes later. So I think he had a poor first half, but I do think in the second half, when he got to grips with the game, Hearts were a different beast.
Derek McInnes is what a manager to have on your touchline. You must see having a go at the Celtic for celebrating too much, and then at the end, just going round the Hearts. He's a manager that Hearts have needed for years.
Yeah.
But still,
100%.
like almost like he's been a Hearts legend. Now it seems as if he's been like a Hearts player for 20 years, and now he's a Hearts manager. And that's sort of like when Neil Lennon went back to Celtic, or
Yes.
McCoy's went to Rangers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What a job.
Do you know, can I say really quick, on that note, I listened to the radio driving in here and I was listening to BBC Scotland, and Brian McLaughlin from BBC was interviewing Derek McInnes after the game, and I thought, it was so impressive how calm Derek was. Nothing fazed him.
No.
He wasn't up to high dough because it'd been a really a fever pitch game and he'd got in a touchline spat. He was making jokes. He was so relaxed, and I think it must come from him. Him being like that, him having that manner, just seems to feed through the players.
What impressed me most about Hearts today, and has impressed me throughout the season, is our togetherness. There's a fantastic team spirit there that Rangers and Celtic do not have. I think Celtic, and I've alluded to it already, have an attitude problem. Hearts' attitude is just immense. You cannot buy that, and that all comes from, as you say, Derek McInnes and the way that he is in front of the cameras and probably in the dressing room as well. They're in it together. And yes, Leonard didn't have the best of first halves. I thought he got better as the first half went on.
I agree, yeah.
Then in the second half, he was outstanding. But that just shows you the impact that McInnes has had and the way that team is, that he comes in through the door 2 days ago and it looked like he'd been there all season.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between Hearts, Celtic and Rangers just now. I still think that Hearts, for me, are... when it comes to when it comes to attitude,
favourites chat.
No. I think for me, that Hearts for me have got the best attitude out the three clubs at the top of the table.
I think the next month is going to be so crucial. If I read you out Hearts' fixtures, because I was genuinely intrigued about where they go, because I think Devlin and Shankland are still going to be a huge miss.
Well, our new striker should be in this week.
Matto should come in this week.
Yeah.
But I think it's
Derek McInnes' comments at the end of the game. He was asked when Matto's going to come in. He said, I'm hoping next week, I hope we can find the net better and he can find the UK. Did he say that? Did he? I love that. He's just so calm.
Yeah. So away to Dundee United, home to St Mirren, home to Hibs, away to Rangers, home to Falkirk. That's a good run of games to test your mettle in the last...
Yeah.
Before you get into the proper run into the last 10 games to go.
What's brilliant for Hearts is that I think Celtic looked tired towards the end of the second half.
To credit you, you've been banging on about this for ages, and I hate to do it. Bologna took that out of Celtic,
100%.
no question.
And Celtic have got a huge game on Thursday night against Utrecht before they then go and play their game on the Sunday.
Falkirk.
Rangers have got a game as well in Europe on the Thursday before they play Hibs away on the Sunday. Hearts can possibly go 7 and 9 clear of Rangers and Celtic respectively if we beat Dundee United. What an no, wait.
Well, listen, if Dundee can do it, MD can.
Aye.
So if you just back in your box a wee bit, the title contenders are top right. We'll get to you in a minute.
Hearts are in the box seat right now. We can pile the pressure on massively. Yeah. We've got a full week up until 8 o'clock on the Saturday to prepare for that game against Dundee United.
And as we know, you're out the Scottish Cup, so there's another weekend.
Exactly.
On to Celtic. For me, and gosh darn and behold, for me, the two best Celtic players today, I don't think Kashmas Michael was, because I think he could have done better for the second goal. Araujo.
No. First goal, maybe. Second goal, I thought it was a good finish from Black.
I think you mean the first goal.
Sorry.
The header.
Sorry.
The near post header.
Yes, Finley's one, sorry.
Yeah.
Thomas Chinchara. And Araujo, for me, were two of Celtic's best players.
I'd agree, yeah.
A lovely advertisement for, see if you sign quality in January, the players might make a difference.
I might have watched a different game to you. I thought Shimvanjara.
Goodness gracious. Just call him Thomas.
Uh-huh.
I thought Shimvanjara was pretty
Just call
poor.
him Big Tam.
I thought Big Tam was pretty poor in the first half, giving away loads of stupid free kicks with his challenges on Halkett and also Finley. He wasn't really holding the ball up that well, so I wasn't impressed. However, he showed his quality at the goal.
That's enough
for
me.
And his header was no bad that hit the post.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
But I didn't think he was that great.
It's the most spark any Celtic player showed in that pitch. The only other time they got a chance at goal was from a dead ball free kick.
Well, Gordon had nothing to do with it. No.
Apart from Chinchara, apart from Big Tam going through and thinking it for Yang. So I'm sorry, and listen, we've got a week to go here. Let me break it to Celtic fans. Martin O'Neill was asked the question, are we getting 3 or 4 signings in? He said, I don't know about your numbers. I don't think they are.
No, they're
not. From
not.
what I know, they're not.
Are they not?
I think we said last week, we called it right. We thought you'd get a striker in by now. I think we sit here this time next week. The transfer window will be one day closed in a day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think they'll have a winger in by next week. And then
that'll be it.
You're looking at let's try and get a centre-half in, is what that... I think if Celtic can get 2 players in, Celtic fans should be happy about that.
What do you think they'll get in?
I think they'll get 2 at the moment. I think they'll get...
And the 2 will be a winger?
So, in priority, from what I understand, winger, centre-half, and then potentially another midfielder to give Callum, in a sort of Callum McGregor role, is what they would be happy with, what they're trying to push for. I think the way they are at the moment and where they are in certain negotiations and waiting on players hearing back from offers, if you're a Celtic fan, lessen your expectation of what you think everyone, and I get the point, even tonight the Celtic fans are saying that performance shows this squad needs huge amount of reinforcements. We need quality. They might get a quality player in it as a winger, right? They might get a bit of quality, but for what this squad, and this is why I don't think Celtic will win the league, for what this squad needs, they will not get that. I do not think. I'm prepared. I might be wrong. I know anything can happen in football, but as we sit here tonight, I do not think Celtic are in a position that come the end of the window, they will be strong enough in the Celtic fans' mind to win the title.
Dear Ronnie, dear Celtic fans, see that 11 that played for Celtic today against Hearts at Tynecastle. That's a good 11, but their attitude stinks.
You might be right.
That's the problem.
I also think there's not just a quality thing that's rotten
forget the
here.
quality.
No.
Dyson Mary scored 33 goals last year and was Player of the Year. He's a shadow of that player. He does not want to be there. His attitude stinks. Right? Engels, an £11 million player. I wouldn't give you 1.1 million for him, never mind 11. I think his attitude stinks. The best Belgian in this league is Raskin. Raskin is a £20 million player. Engels is nowhere near as good as
I don't think
Raskin.
Raskin's a
your
£20 million
argument
player.
fell down.
But I get your point. Okay, I get
my
your point. I get your point.
Listen, that starting 11 for me has an attitude problem. And I think that Celtic have got an attitude problem. Now, the Celtic fans can moan all they want about Nancy. They can moan all they want about Brendan Rodgers. They can moan all they want about the board. But that 11 players that Martin Neal put out there today should be questioned for their attitude. Their attitude stinks. They weren't there for the battle. They didn't win the battle, and they lost the war as well. I thought that Maeda is one of the worst games I've ever seen him play, and he's had some poor games this season.
Callum McGregor did not do well today.
No, McGregor struggled as well. I thought Engels was horrific. I thought he was soapy. He went missing. I would have hooked Engels after 20 minutes. See, when Maeda, I don't know how many passes did he give away? How many free kicks did he give away?
This is what we'll get on to now.
There's another one. See Yang.
Yeah.
He gave away so many free kicks yet never got a yellow card.
Scored the goal though.
At what point do you give credit to Hearts though for... There was a moment when I think it might have been Finlay and Engels went off the pitch at the same time, and Finlay just threw him to the ground. Like, he swatted him away like he's a fly.
Oh, yeah.
I think at some point you have to give credit for the physicality and attitude of Hearts. It's not just that Celtic have a bad attitude. Maybe it's just that they were outfought.
Oh, no, they've got a stinking attitude. I'm sorry. And I know the Celtic fans are right in everything that they say about their club and their players right now. There's something fundamentally wrong there. And in their business dealings in the transfer window are being shocking. But there's still really good players in that squad that won them league titles and trebles that are just not turning up. The
Arnie
attitude
Engels would
stinks.
cost more than that entire starting Hearts 11, surely. No?
That 11 million?
Surely.
Oh, God, aye.
And then some.
By a mile, yeah.
So they...
I still think there's a player in Engels, but there's something no right
Tell you
there.
where Martin Neal will be behind me, pulling his head out. Thursday night, Bologna, Austin Trusty.
Imperious.
Like, that's a £20 million performance. See, if you watch that game alone, you think, who is that guy?
He's a Rolls Royce.
Today?
He almost gave the ball to Kyrgios. Well, gave the ball to Kyrgios. He should have scored.
That one is and then let's get to the VAR call, which Celtic fans are unhappy about. Don't know why.
Well,
unbelievable.
Our friend Jerry Taylor, who I asked to come on the show tonight,
Wee Jerry.
he blanked me on WhatsApp, and then I asked him to come on. He was coming on, and then he refused to come on. He refused to come on, so...
That's him, he's done. We'll just move on to another Celtic fan then. Actually, you don't get you've got two chances at this.
I think he's raging.
He's replied to me recently in the last 10 minutes.
He's raging.
Sorry, mate, but I'm not around tonight. I've given my thoughts to the unsufferable moon boot, and I'm due to block him. I still truly believe Celtic will win the league. Not enough to come on and speak to us, though, you shite bag.
It is.
And the thing is he is adamant that should never have been a red card.
So the arguments for and against, let's just lay them on the table. So the argument from Jerry would be...
Never a red card.
Yeah, so that Trusty is obviously, he's let
Kabori.
in and behind. the point is that it's going away from goal,
The ball is going away from goal.
and there is a covering player in Dane Murray
I think it's Liam Scales on the right.
Right, but no, there's one up
Yeah,
on
Dane
the other
Murray, I think,
side.
coming
Yeah,
across as well.
coming
That's
across.
so the argument being the last man.
Scales isn't getting there, can I just say? Scales is about 20 yards behind. He's not getting there
Yeah.
because Kabori is off. He's gone. And he's getting to the ball before anybody else. You could argue that if Trusty doesn't touch Kabori, he's also going to get there alongside him at some point.
There's also an argument of how much contact was initiated by Kabori rather than Trusty.
stop it.
No, I don't know on me. I'm not, but that's what I'm putting out there to this because Jerry would
you're
come on and
hearing?
say, I watched it on Twitter. I've seen so many comments about that. This whole last man thing. I think we're getting a wee bit confused between last man and the actual wording is denying a goal scoring opportunity.
Yes.
So the ball is going away from Kabori, right? Liam Scales is the cover. Kabori can take one more touch for me and get a shot away. Liam Scales ain't no Usain Bolt. He's
not
no
getting there.
massive.
He's not getting there.
So for me, and this is my issue with it as well, though, is when VAR did the still image of it, I think the still image of it has more of a case in Celtic's favour. Because when you see the still, you see the Celtic player is relatively close to Kabori. But when you watch the phase of play, Kabori is going much quicker. The ball, he takes one touch and he's in the box for me.
Yeah.
And that is a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Scales might get alongside him. Dane Murray might come over and get alongside him. But for me, there is a goal-scoring opportunity there that Austin Trusty has denied. And by the laws of the game, it's not this last man. He wasn't the last man. But he denied a goal-scoring opportunity, red card.
Whether it's a difficult opportunity or not, it's still an opportunity for a shot
Correct.
at
And
goal.
that is the law of the game.
So let me just read that out because I didn't. Did you watch all the Sky coverage after the game?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Right. So this is the actual law, the actual rule.
Go for it.
Denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. Considerations for the referee and VAR to take into consideration.
I like this.
Distance between the offence and the goal.
So what are we talking about? 40 yards, 50 yards away from goal?
It was
know if it was
just
that much. I thought
no,
maybe it was 30.
it was just outside the centre circle.
Oh, was it that
It
close?
was just outside the centre
40
circle.
yards, we'll say.
Okay.
General direction of play.
It's moving towards the Celtic goal, I would say.
But
Even
no,
if-
the ball is going in a diagonal fashion. It's not straight. It's not straight onto
Correct.
goal. It's going in a diagonal fashion the way the pass has been made. It's heading towards the corner flag. That's what I'm getting. The ball is heading in that direction. It's not going straight at goal.
No, but it's going towards the box more than it is the corner flag, I would say.
No, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah, I take your point, I
it's
take
not
your
straight on. It's not straight in front of the goal. The other one is likelihood of keeping or gaining control of the ball. Well, I think he is definitely going to be keeping the ball and controlling the ball when he
Correct,
gets it. Because if he's not touched,
Because the Celtic, they need a Celtic player apart from Trusty about 10 yards away from him.
yeah, whatever, and he's getting there, right? So that's another one to take into consideration. Location and number of defenders are also considered before making that decision. So you've got Scales, who's 10, 20 yards behind. You've got Murray, who is far left. And you've got Trusty, that if he doesn't make the challenge, would be a couple of yards within striking distance of Kabori. You'd argue. He'd be there or there's about.
Yeah, he is there. He's side by side.
Side by side. So if he doesn't make that challenge, he could, in theory, make a last-ditch tackle. He slide into block a shot.
Yes.
You could argue that.
I agreed. Yep.
Right. So when you take all that into consideration in regards to the rules, is a sending off.
Yes.
1,000%.
No, I agree.
Okay,
But
let's
that's
move on.
that-
Celtic fans, please comment your thoughts because we will obviously have angered so many Celtic fans listening to this.
I would say, and I might angle them a little bit more here, it really, really, and I know I shouldn't get bothered by it, it really frustrates me, and I don't like using the word entitled because I think it's thrown at Old Firm fans too often. I do think there's an element of entitlement that you get your first red card in over 80 domestic games and you think there's an SFA conspiracy against you. It's a red card. To me, it's I think the biggest mistake that happened in that incident was not giving it straight away and having to go to VAR first.
I think that Stephen McLean, when you look at it from behind the goal, I can understand why he gave a yellow card on first impressions. I thought,
I can't.
and I'm being honest here, watching it live at that moment, I thought it was a yellow card. I didn't complain when he handed out the yellow card. I genuinely didn't.
I was screaming at the TV, what are you doing?
No,
It's such a blatant red card.
No,
I think there is a bit of dubiety in it, but I
no,
think he's fallen on the right side of the law.
Oh, no, I agree.
Yeah.
But again, because it happened so quick, that's my point. It happened so quick that I thought, I was like, yeah, I think it was a yellow card. But see, when I watched it again, I went, oh, no. He's in trouble here.
Yeah.
VAR has got to intervene
I was
here.
pretty much the same.
VAR has got to intervene because see, when they delayed the play and they showed it again, I thought, oh, no, he's in trouble. They have to send him to the screen to see that again because I think that's a red card.
The last point I make is I think it was written all over Austin Trusty's face.
I also think as well when he walked off the pitch, he kind of knew.
That's what I mean.
He knew.
When he got given a yellow, he knew.
He knew. And listen, I know you were saying that you think if Celtic kept the 11 men on the pitch, that they probably might have gone on and won it. We'll never know the answer to that question.
Yep.
We don't. But I just think at that time, Hearts were very much the club, the team that were banging on the door looking for that equaliser. And I think we would have got it. I genuinely believe we would have got it with or without the extra man.
Before we move on, just quickly, there was it looked like a kind of shove between Chivinchara and one of the Hearts players. Was it Mark Leonard?
It was Leonard. It was just a
yellow
kick-off
card
at
for it.
2-1. So Celtic
Any complaints?
Celtic had taken the lead 2-1. Hearts take the kick-off. It goes back, I think it is to Finlay. Leonard goes to block Big Tam. And Big Tam palms him off with his hand into his face.
Oh, stop it. Come on, we're big boys and girls here. No? Really? What do you think?
I mean, he does palm him off.
Come on.
I don't think it. I see when you go to Ref Watch on Sky Sports News on a Monday morning when people are listening or watching this, I think they'll probably agree that it's a yellow. I think that's more of an orange card for me than what Martin O'Neill thinks of the red card, which he said should have been a yellow. For me.
You can't
shove people in the face off the ball. I don't think that's a great look.
He does shove his face. He does.
I'm not having that as a red. I'm Thurston Trusty. I'm not saying.
Did I say it was a red? I just said.
I didn't say you did. I'm saying I'm not having it as a red. There's a big difference. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
He's the host. He's moving us on.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to move on for us?
I want to talk about the teddy bears.
Right. See.
As you can see behind me.
See, before we do that, Celtic are 6 points behind.
Yeah.
Are they third favourites for the league?
I think yes.
You think yes?
Yes.
Callum, Dundee United fan.
I love how you always give that as
Well,
context.
you've not really got
you're
skin in this
neutral.
game, aye.
Because you're neutral. Are they third favourites for the league after today's 1-2 draw with Hearts?
Probably yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also Burns night, and remember you wrote a lovely wee poem for Craig Halkett.
The problem is you can clip this up all the time and just replay it to save us talking about it. The Celtic board have put Celtic in this position, and that's what it's going to be.
I think the players' attitude is
true.
put them in
I know,
this
but
position.
see if Celtic had signed X amount of players and they had got a manager in who wasn't a dud, it would be different.
It's not also impossible to say that the off the field stuff isn't bleeding onto the on the field stuff.
Of course it is.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
Since it is Burns night,
Yes.
because we're recording this on Burns night.
Go for it.
And it's just off the back of the 2-2 draw against Celtic, and we're still 6 clear of the defending champions. And I've been screaming about Halkett all season being one of the players of the year and should be on the flight to America, Canada, and Mexico for the World Cup. I'd like to address the Halkett.
So instead of an address to a haggis,
An address to the Halkett. Fair fay, your honest jumbo face, great chieftain o' the Gorgie race. Abundum yet, tackle your place, pinch tripe or tiny. Witter you worthy of a grace, as lang's my arm.
I'm not applauding that. That was awful. Why were you making that face?
what language was that?
What happened there?
It wasn't Scots.
You sounded like him. The posh dick.
Okay, give it one more go.
I genuinely hope Hearts lose every game now for that.
Give us it one more time. Do it properly.
It's an address to the Halkett. I've been to a few burn suppers, right? It's fully posh folk.
We're in Jamaica.
Fair.
Right.
Wait.
One more go.
Fair fay, your honest jumbo face. Great chieftain o' the Gorgie race. Habun them how you tackle your place.
Keep going, please.
No, there's two people on this podcast laughing.
pinch triper tiny. We'll harry a worthy of a grace as lang's my hair.
Why is your voice vibrating?
It's awful. Your voice now only dogs could hear, and your voice that was awful.
That's really funny.
That was my address to the Halkett on
Right,
Burns night.
that's good. I hope he never plays a game again.
Could you do the rest of your analysis in that voice, please?
I know.
Yeah.
Address to the Stein vendor. I don't think that's got the same ring to it.
No.
So, Hearts 2, Celtic 2. Have we cleared it all up?
I'm good.
We're good to go?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I did very much appreciate Derek McInnes's wee goal at the Celtic. He said afterwards it was just a wee inexperienced coach that got ahead of himself. I thought that's a nice wee put down.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I think it was Mark Fotheringham he was talking to.
Yeah.
So, state of play, Celtic remain 6 points behind Rangers on Thursday night. They
No, they don't.
6 points behind Hearts. Sorry, because I'm looking at the Rangers stats here. They take on Utrecht on Thursday night in the Europa League.
Is a draw good enough?
No. Well, they would need like 5 other things to go their way, results-wise. I would love to ask a Jerry or any other Celtic fan, do they actually want to go through?
Who?
Celtic?
Oh, you don't. I suppose you. I mean, the money comes in handy.
You made
It's
the
a
point.
cane.
The away games the day before.
The away game's the Thursday before the Old Firm on the Sunday.
If they get the playoffs.
Aye. Look what happened to Bologna. The last 20 minutes,
aye.
they were blown at their arse,
Aye.
it seemed.
Aye, and they're the same at time.
The problem is Utrecht are like, they've only got 1 point, so they probably will win.
So they'll go through then.
But then I suppose if we can't barrage him for saying if you don't want to be a diddy team and get
Yeah,
out all the
yeah.
tournament. Celtic,
Scottish Cup, yeah.
they get more money. You never know.
But
They
if
could get a decent
that
draw.
playoff game away before you play Rangers at Ibrox,
Yeah.
and Rangers are out of Europe, so they're a free week to build up to that game.
Yep.
They could be out of the title race.
Rangers are away to Porto in the final game on Thursday night.
And then they're away to Hibs on Sunday.
they're away to Hibs.
What a chance for Hearts. I mean, what a chance for Hearts.
But to be fair to Rangers, let's go into the game 4-0 against Dundee.
It was 3, was it not?
It's 4.
They scored a 4th.
Did they score a 4th? You've written 4-0 here.
No, I thought it was 3.
Oh, hold on.
It's a bit 3.
It was
Sorry, guys.
Tavernier penalty, Danilo and Ngasama.
There
Yeah.
must have been a disallowed goal somewhere. Sorry, guys.
Very good. 8 wins on the spin for Danny Rule. For me, title favourites.
I said that last week.
Yeah. Even
The-
Skibolison gets his debut. Chakwani gets his debut. I think probably 2 more in, maybe a third at Rangers if 1 more forward goes away.
But Rangers are no good. I'm telling
I
you.
know, but
Ronnie, I keep telling you this, and nobody seems to be listening to me. It's all very well what Danny Rule is doing.
You mean
For his-
winning 8 games in a row?
I just said. It's all very well and good that they're winning, but they're not playing particularly well. They're scraping results. We said the same about Martin O'Neill's first time in charge at Celtic. They won 7 out of 8, but weren't particularly good. Rangers under Danny Rule are not particularly good, but they're getting the job done.
No.
You can't keep getting away with it. I think Rangers are getting away with it just now. 1-0 up, and there's some questions about the penalty. We'll get to that in just a second. It takes until the 91st minute to bury Dundee at Ibrox. They're getting away with it.
If you ask a Rangers fan right now, do you want to play swashbuckling football or do you want to get away with it from now until the end of the season?
My point is this: Rangers will not get away with it forevermore. If I'm a Rangers fan right now, I am genuinely, seriously worried about Hearts. I think that Rangers are a poor side, but they're getting the results.
Yeah.
I don't think they're great to watch.
No, they're definitely not great to watch.
They're
I
not.
was at Ludogorets on Thursday. I mean, I was genuinely for watching the Traitors final. I was ready for switching over. I was genuinely put my AirPods in and watching that at the game. They're not great to watch. But
Danny Rule can only work
Careful.
with what he's got.
I
say
knew the
it
phrase
again.
that was going to your head there for a second.
What was that? I can't even think what you were
Never
thinking.
mind. It was it's too blue.
Danny
Yeah,
Rule
of course
can
he
only work with what he has got. And I still believe that Rangers have got some decent players in that squad of theirs. I think they're still dealing with the mess left behind by Russell Martin.
To an extent, I think he's got, out of those players who I get, some of them are a wee bit rubbish. He's got them playing in a way that's winning matches in the Premiership. That's all you can ask until he can get to a transfer window. He's now brought in a left back, a midfield, and a winger. They want another forward player. They want a sort of number 6 in there because I think Rothwell isn't the answer anymore. Obviously,
He should go.
Kieran
He's
Dowell's
poor.
away.
Yeah.
So he's now being allowed to build his own team. And I think if you have a manager who can win 8 games in a row with that Rangers team and then buy his own players, I think that's a dangerous combo for Hearts and Celtic.
So why were we not saying that about Martin O'Neill and Celtic?
Because
when
they
won
can't.
7?
Because they
But he
can't
won
buy the
7.
players.
But he won 7.
Uh-huh.
Right, before Nancy came in and the disaster happened.
Here, wait a minute.
And he's unbeaten.
I think we were saying this.
He's unbeaten still.
Aye, but he's not got the same sort of give in the transfer window.
So again, I don't think this is a manager issue.
Uh-huh.
I think Martin O'Neill is working a miracle there.
100%.
Right.
And
I don't know how
for
he's
the
doing it.
like, I mean, not even arguably, the second greatest manager in Celtic's history. I would say.
Don't look at me, I wouldn't know.
I would say.
After Jock.
After, obviously.
Is he?
Is Brendan not up there? Quadruple trebles and all that?
I left twice.
But do you know why Brendan Rodgers isn't up there for me? And Celtic fans are not going to like me for this.
Rangers won in the leagues.
Rangers weren't in the league.
I don't think that's a controversial statement
No,
to say
that's
Martin
not
O'Neill
outrageous.
is the second greatest Celtic manager. He's been brought back in to fix this mess, or steady the ship for this mess.
And he's working a miracle.
Yeah, and I also think the Celtic board owe it to Martin O'Neill to not allow this season to go the way it's going.
If Celtic,
You've brought in a legend like that, back him.
like in the same way that the Rangers board have backed Danny Rule, in the
Correct.
same way that Tony Bloom has backed
Correct.
Derek McInnes, because as soon as Shankland gets injured, what do? The boy they signed up for the summer, no, we'll have him now.
Correct.
We'll bring him in now because we need him.
And I think it would be a real shame come the end of the season if Martin O'Neill's swan song as a Celtic manager is a third place.
Does that affect his legacy? Because I don't think it does.
No, I don't think it does
It's
at all.
not him to
But I
blame.
don't think that's how he should exit the club.
I
think,
understand what you're saying.
And I think many Celtic fans will go, that's on the board.
Is
You,
that-
you cannot treat Martin like that.
Just very quickly, my partner's family are all Celtic fans, and they do think it will affect his legacy.
Do you think?
Nah, I don't think.
They didn't want him to take the job back before when Nancy left because they were worried about that very thing. Maybe they don't feel it now.
Martin O'Neill's obviously been asked about that a lot. I remember asking him at Lennox Town and saying, Martin, the way this is going now, are you worried in case it doesn't go the way you want? He says, if this club phoned me up when I was 99 and on my deathbed, I'd still come back and manage them if that's what they wanted.
There
That's
you
the
go.
type of guy he is.
That's
You
the type
need
of
to
guy
get
he
more of
is.
a tune than Nancy.
And do you know what? It's a shame that his players doesn't have the same attitude as him.
But
I'm going to ask you this about Danny
Danny
Rule.
Rule.
So I'm going to ask you this about Danny Rule. Is Danny Rule a good manager, or is he fortunate to be involved at Rangers when Celtic are so bad?
no, he's a good manager.
He's a good manager.
You cannot turn what was the just bin fire that Russell Martin left into a team that wins 8 games in the spin. You can't do that if you're not a good manager. The way he speaks, the way that Rangers team now looks like a team that is united.
Do you think they're as united as Hearts?
I think they're getting there. I think it takes a bit more time because they've had a lot of scar tissue of what they had fans baying for blood. They had a manager who needed a police escort at Falkirk. There's a lot of repairing to be done there for the Rangers fans. They've sat through a lot of shite the last few years. They now feels as if, right, okay, we've got it above us now. Kavanagh's in. We've got the manager in place. The fans are always going to be there. And it feels as if now every single part of that club's coming together.
So do you think
And I genuinely think that's a dangerous combo for Hearts and Celtic.
So do you think that the attitude of the Rangers players is up there with the attitude of Hearts?
I think it's just momentum's huge. See if Celtic went on a 5-game winning run and you saw them celebrating at the end, you go, oh, that's a team together. It's all about results. So I don't argue. I don't think Celtic are any worse in terms of a camaraderie than Rangers. They're the champions. They've done it for the last 4 years.
Are Celtic a broken unit? And I'm not
No.
talking about the board level. You can say what you want about the board level. I'm talking about as a team.
No, it's
as
a team
squad.
that's been ran into the ground and needs no matter where you are in a cycle, and you can say that Celtic have millions, so should be winning the league anyway, right? That's a very valid argument. Every squad needs recycled. Every squad needs an evolution in them. Rangers went in the summer with Russell Martin, and then that just didn't work. But they brought in a manager in place, and it's working now, and now they're bringing in their own players. The Celtic squad just needs help. It's the same team for the last 3 or 4 years. It's the same style. It's the same everything.
And there's players there who don't want to be there.
I would argue
Yeah.
there's also ones that don't want to be there that you don't know about yet.
Okay.
I think it's not just Maeda.
I think
Callum McGregor, to be fair, him today, the links with Saudi, links with Brendan. He was asked about it after the game because he finally did a post-match press conference for the media. He said, no. He's never been more determined to stay here and win this league
this season.
than this season. That'll probably go out.
Is Callum
Some bar
McGregor
until 4 o'clock, but anyway.
let's pretend that's not.
is Callum McGregor playing his final season for Celtic?
Nah.
You don't think?
Nah, I don't
It's
think so.
Maeda playing his final
Oh,
season
he'll go
for
in the
Celtic.
summer, yeah.
It's Hatate.
He'll go in the summer.
Yes.
Who
We can go
else?
through it all.
You've run
but-
out of players,
yeah.
haven't you?
No, I'm just thinking about the ones who've been
Do you know what?
staples.
Yang is
I
going to be
think
gone.
see if Celtic
Not
can-
that
Yang-
he's
Yang
lost, but
goes.
Yang will be gone, yeah, of
I
course.
think if you can recoup most of your money for Engels, he'd probably away. Because if Celtic are offered
I was
10,
going to ask you about Engels.
see if Celtic are offered 9-10 million quid for Engels,
Would you sell him?
I think you go, listen, you did all right.
So do you think Celtic have got a major rebuild in the summer?
Of course they do.
And
Bernardo,
and
Trusty,
Rangers don't?
Scales could all go.
I don't think Rangers do, no. Because the Rangers rebuild has
It's-
already begun.
it's begun,
They've
yeah.
got 3 players in. Skavalison's on loan, he'll buy them anyway. He's already shipping players out. So that rebuild is 2 steps ahead of Celtic's.
And Hearts are in a good place as
And
well.
Hearts, they don't need a rebuild. Christ,
No,
they just
no.
need
Can I
chips
give you
and
the
on.
same with Hearts? Can I read you Rangers' next 5 league games?
Go for it.
You've got Hibs away, as we mentioned, Kilmarnock at home, Motherwell away, Hearts at Ibrox, and then Livingston away before the Old Firm games. That's
Tough.
Rangers' next 6.
They're tough fixtures.
That's difficult games.
And especially that game on Sunday after they've come back from getting battered by Porto.
Yeah, against Hibs at Easter Road. Yeah,
Easter-
you're right.
and listen, we're going to get to Hibs in just a wee second. Well, why don't we just go to Hibs right now then? Since
because
you
we've
just
not
mentioned
we've
it.
not talked Dundee yet, and I'm not saying this to be.
Can I also do the same for Celtic very quickly?
yeah,
Because
go
I'm
ahead, yeah.
intrigued. So
Absolutely.
Celtic's fixtures, Utrecht Thursday night, then at home to Falkirk, away to Aberdeen, home to Livingston. This is the league stuff. So away to Aberdeen, home to Livingston, away to Kelly, home to Hibs before playing Rangers away. I would say the more generous of the 3 run-ins
I would
before the
agree.
Rangers game.
Yeah, I would
Because they
agree.
don't play Hearts or Rangers.
They've got a better run-in than Hearts and Rangers at the moment.
Just until that Old Firm game.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
We need to split these up into wee 5 gamers. Don't
Oh,
we?
I
There's-
agree with you.
there's
I agree
15
with
games
you.
to go.
Can I just say, you're right. We shouldn't not mention Dundee. Again, under Stephen Presley, they're in that game until the 91st minute. And there was a lot of Dundee fans out there who believe that should never have been a penalty
On Raskin.
on Raskin.
Thoughts?
So I thought when I saw I've only seen the wee clip on Twitter because obviously the game wasn't shown on TV. And so I text my Dundee supporting mate Gary, who we've had on the podcast, and we ripped the absolute piss out of
You've
it.
done him. He needs to come back on. You can apologise.
I thought it was given via VAR, but it was given live. It
Yeah.
was given by Clancy at the time. I said this to you in off air. I think that actually is a penalty, right? But I think in context it's important. I think 9 out of 10 of them aren't given as penalties. When the ball's already gone, when the shot's been made, I think you see a lot of those challenges where you think if he hadn't taken the shot yet, that's probably a penalty. I think if you're given that one, you have to give a hell of a lot more penalties now.
There was an incident today at Tynecastle. There was a shot from Kabori and Trusty puts his leg in. But he's got his shot off, but he's also struck the player after the shot has been taken. The referee just waved it on.
I don't think Kabori made enough. Like Raskin went down. And
But I agree. How many times have you
Yeah.
have you watched a player get his shot off and then a tackle comes in and takes him out?
see, I get you. That's a very good point because it's the same with handball stuff. Because certain managers won't complain if if a penalty is given against their team, if it's the correct decision. But what they can easily do is point to 4 other examples
Yeah.
across the season where it wasn't given, and that's what they can be angry about.
So was that a penalty today?
I think it was a penalty.
think it's a penalty. I think
I think
you
that's
have
a
to give
foul. I think if that's anywhere else in the field, it's given as a free kick.
It's
so
reckless.
it shouldn't change.
So,
just 'cause
so
it's
that
inside the
penalty is just given just after half time. It's 0-0 at half
Yep.
time. Dundee are upset and angered at that penalty decision being given against them.
Do
They
you
go
think it's a
1-0 up.
penalty? Sorry.
Do I think it's a penalty?
Yeah, we've got an
As we've just debated there, 9 times out of 10 they're not given. They're not. I can see why it's a penalty.
Do you think it is one?
See, if it was given against me, I'd be raging.
Oh, of course.
I'd be raging.
Because again, you could then point to was someone
If it was
tweeting?
against you, you'd be raging.
Was someone
course,
tweeting?
absolutely, yeah.
Was James Forrest taken out after he put a cross on the line?
In Europe.
Was that against?
No. Who was that against?
wasn't
Oh, it was
Europe.
against Auchinleck.
Aye.
Maybe
Yes.
got the free kick, and there was
Yeah.
something about 2 minutes later. It was in the box this time. Very similar chance. It didn't give
So,
anything.
you know what I mean? Like, you can easily point. I think it was a penalty, and that's why genuinely I think.
he still's not as an answer.
He's not going because he's
No,
a
no,
shite
no,
bag.
no, it's not.
Well, what is it then?
No,
Is that a penalty? If you're the referee,
No.
you're giving it.
I'm not giving it.
Okay, so you don't think it's a penalty?
No, wait.
No, you don't get to re-explain things.
Oh,
You don't.
can't just ask me questions.
Oh, the mic's doing, folks. Oh, careful.
Swear word and everything. Is it a penalty, Ewan?
Come on.
I'm bored now.
I know, so am I. That's the thing. So
I'm going to answer because I believe there are many incidents like that in football, not just in Scotland, but around Europe, where a player gets a shot off and a challenge comes in and takes that player out, but they've still been able to get the shot off because it's an advantage because they've got the shot off, but they've missed that. And it's never been given as a penalty. I can see why Dundee are angered at that being given as a penalty, and that is my answer.
You should run for Parliament, mate. That's all I'm going to say.
So
and
you've not
that's the thing.
answered
That's
I
why.
did answer the question, you idiot.
Do you think it's a penalty?
Do I think
Oh
it's
my
a penalty?
This is insane. Am
We're
I
gonna
the mental one?
we're gonna move. We've been talking for an hour. We're going to go to a break actually before we split up. But I genuinely, back to the original point, I do think that's why Rangers are title favourites, because at the end of the day, you can struggle all you want, but it comes back to those three magical words: penalty Rangers. We will be back after the second half till we hear from our sponsors, CR Smith. The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith Windows and Doors have been going for over 50 years. That's an incredible amount of experience. CR Smith offers 0% interest-free credit for up to 5 years, and you'll pay nothing until 2027 at 3.9% APR representative. CR Smith have over 150 iconic vans across the country. Remember, CR Smith are Scotland's top-rated windows and doors company on Trustpilot. Okay, time to get back to the STV Radio Football Show.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
Sorry, Rangers fans, I couldn't resist that. We are back at the STV Radio Football Show, and we had, what a Saturday we had on the STV Radio Football Show on STV Radio. So we have a goal flash, and
go like
the
that?
button nearly gets stuck because we only had 3 games. Can we please discuss, first of all, get it out of the way, that the embarrassment that a Premiership team can have a game postponed due to the weather.
Shocking this day and age. 2026.
Then your pitch
wee bit of rain.
has to be, and I'm not just saying this because it's your team, but I think it's almost punishable
I agree.
that you can't have a stadium prepared for a game because it rains a lot.
In the top flight of Scottish football, I think the punishment should be point deduction.
No, they can't handle that. They can't get in a relegation battle. I get.
Did you two plan this?
No,
pitch?
genuinely no. I swear to God.
we talked about it.
No,
So you did plan it then?
No,
No, we were
it
discussing
came up
Because this
because.
is utter nonsense.
No.
No, you're talking.
So do you not think that's quite amateurish?
I don't think it's great to have a game postponed, but like get
For a
over
wee
it.
bit of rain.
Get over it.
But for a wee bit of
sorry,
rain
were
in
you
the
two-
Premiership.
Were you two in Dundee holding your horns out, seeing how many inches of rain
No,
there
but
was?
it doesn't matter. Like,
Exactly.
you're in the top
It's-
flight of Scottish football.
Torrential
You
rain
should-
it's torrential
So-
rain in Dundee. So
If
the game
it's-
got
when
called
it's
off.
torrential rain in Glasgow, Partick Thistle's game isn't it called off?
Glasgow, because the Central Belt's so brilliant. Go and take a
Well, why do you live in Central Belt then?
Because
Go back to Dundee.
There's no work in Dundee.
But genuinely, I mean, I think Stephen Robinson will be happy with it because they needed a break. The amount of
did.
injuries they've got.
They did, but
So-
I think it's really poor from Dundee United. In this day and age, in 2026, a wee bit of rain falls, it gets postponed because of a waterlogged pitch. These are the kind of things that happened in the 1980s.
It's going to do well for our relationship with Dundee United.
Yeah, that's going well so far.
So, Falkirk 4, Hibs 1.
What a result.
Barney Stewart.
Barney bloody Stewart.
Can I just say... So there's a couple of things I'm going to say about this game, right? You might laugh at me,
Probably.
but Scott Bain, he has to be in the Scotland shake-up.
Don't disagree.
I think he should be in the conversation for it, yes.
He has to be. He has to. He's, for me, he's ahead of Angus Gunn. He's been outstanding. He's just been as
So
important.
who's your Scotland goalies then?
It's Gordon be number 1, Bain, then Gunn.
And then Gunn is the 3.
That's your 3.
So you take all 3.
But Bain has to be there. I think again, Falkirk have been a revelation, and he's been part of that. And he's been part of what has been a very good Falkirk defence as well. Yeah, they've shipped in a couple of goals here and there every now and then, but generally speaking, they've been very, very good. And again, they were outstanding at the weekend. I'm not saying he deserves a Scotland call-up or to be anywhere near the team. And someone's going to tell me he's from Canada. But,
But listen,
Calvin Miller, what a player he is.
Falkirk,
He's been outstanding this season.
the hot knife through butter analogy cannot be made even more clear towards this match. Falkirk passed them off the park. Some of the team goals they scored.
The play.
This is a team that get promoted last year.
Yeah. Does that make Hanley
And the-
Lurpak?
and the-
But you know
in the middle of all of them.
But this is a team that went direct from League One to the Championship to the Premiership in 3 seasons, and they're top 6.
And they're 2 points off Europe.
It's unbelievable.
It is so good. Barney Stewart was playing 7th tier football last season. He's still studying in his degree.
Aye, he came from Heriot Watt, raw, untried, untested. He then gets put on loan at Dunfermline, scores a couple of goals at Dunfermline, comes back, gets a great hat trick at the weekend there. And I spoke to, and I know I use his name quite a lot, but I spoke to Call about him. And
Donaldson,
he thinks
Donaldson.
the boy's got a big chance.
And do you know the thing is,
He's raw.
He's
we
raw.
can all see that.
how
He's raw.
good Falkirk played was he scored 2 tap-ins.
Yeah.
Because they passed the ball so well through that Hibs defence.
Calvin Miller is a really good player. I love him and Brad Spencer. I love Brad Spencer. I'd love Brad Spencer in the Hearts team. I'd love Calvin Miller in the Hearts team as well. He is something that is different to anything else that Falkirk have got. He's got a trick in him. His passing, his crossing, his pace, his close control. I think he's a really good player. And no disrespect to Falkirk, I think he's better than Falkirk. And if he continues to play that he's played already this season, he won't be there in the summer.
But I think he's also rewarding loyalty because Falkirk took a chance on him.
They did.
When a lot of other teams were looking at him.
True.
And John McGlynn said, right, stick with us. Something special's happening here. And
Yeah.
they're 2 points off Europe. And I'd say right now, although I don't know where he's going to have it in his mantelpiece, John McGlynn for me is the favourite to be manager of the year. If Danny Rule wins the title, he maybe trumps him just because of the mess that he inherited. But the job that John McGlynn has done there is just, you're now struggling to put it into words.
If McInnes takes it to the last game of the season and we lost the league in the last game of the season, McInnes is manager of the year.
Do you think?
Aye.
Is it
Without
not
winning
voted?
a cup?
Is it not voted for before
It
the
is,
league's done as
unfortunately,
well?
that's it. And it's
true.
also voted for before the Scottish Cup because Jimmy Tulane didn't win it last year and then won them the Scottish Cup.
I think McInnes and John McGlynn are the top two for manager
John
of the
McGlynn
year.
won it last year.
Yeah. And for right now,
think-
if you're handing out awards right now, it's McGlynn and McInnes. for
One
me.
man who isn't going to win it is Davy Gray. The Hibs fans are fuming.
They are. They're very upset.
That is a
right-
performance that should worry Hibs.
Yeah, and they need a big game to bounce back, and they've got it against Rangers. They need to bounce back.
Yeah.
They need to put in a performance and get a result against Rangers at Easter Road.
I don't think it's a shock that Josh Mulligan's out for a couple of weeks and they capitulate. I think he's one of their best
It's a
players.
big loss.
He's huge. I've raved about him, and I said here a couple of weeks ago that he should be in the Scotland squad. I don't know how big that injury is. Do we know how
Couple
long
of
he's
weeks.
out? Couple of weeks. Okay, so he can still be there or there's about for the Scotland squad. Unlike Jamie McGrath, who's not kicked who's not kicked a ball since I said that.
Yeah, they're not happy with Sir David Gray and Leith.
No, they're not. But they've not been happy with him for much of this season. And
But there's times in this podcast where we've said, Hibs are in it.
I know.
And then they're so chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
But when they're good, they're good. But when they're bad, they are stinkingly bad. Grant Hanley, I mean, John's Bertilascu said a couple of weeks ago, and he got lambasted for it.
For being disrespectful.
We're going to target Hanley.
It's a bit like a Hearts target trusty.
Same thing.
Same thing. They don't
Go
trust
for your
him.
weakness.
Don't trust him with the ball.
And I don't, but in a Scotland jersey, he's all right for me.
But does Hanley play ahead of Halkett in a Scotland jersey?
Not right now,
Not
no.
right now, he can't.
Well, the problem is now you're able to. This is where Steve Clarke might become unstuck because he loves his favourites. You know, he's got.
We all know that, and that's my biggest criticism.
No, I know,
of him.
but it's got him to 2 Euros in a World Cup, so he's done something right. You now have two players playing the same people every week on the exact, because you couldn't measure really when he's playing in the English Championship for Norwich.
No.
To Halkett playing now.
Yeah.
Now they're playing against the same teams every week,
Week in, week out.
and you can do a direct comparison.
Correct.
And Stuart Findlay
Aye. You could argue that Finlay and Halkett are ahead of Hanley.
should be there in front of Hanley.
Yeah.
So this is Steve Clarke's got a conundrum on his hands.
He's going to upset a fan base massively.
100%.
And not just a fan base for that particular club, but also the Tartan Army. Because we've all got eyes. We can all see what Halkett is doing week in and week out. And you cannot not take him and not then play him.
I think worth mentioning, because I've just checked it here, so it's Mulligan, Josh Campbell, Nicky Cadden, Chris Cadden, Warren O'Hara and Thibaut Clichy were all out for that game. That's 6 big players
tough.
for Hibs. You know?
It's tough. I mean, I didn't realise there was that many players out, Callum, so good research, my friend. Because of that, you can maybe... Do you offer him some slack, David Gray, or not?
Not for 4-1.
Not 4-1 against Falkirk, no.
No, you
You
can't.
can't,
do
You
that.
can't, no.
I mean, he
And-
was very scathing with his team afterwards.
Yeah, you could tell. And
Yeah.
what I love about David Gray is he doesn't. We're going to come on to other managers who are less so. David Gray, warts and all, we weren't good enough. The players aren't up to standard right now. It's on me, but the players need to have a look at themselves.
Yeah.
And I get that. Falkirk in 6th spot, 2 points now just behind Hibs. Falkirk's next match is Celtic, Hibs' next match against Rangers.
Because McGlynn was there today, wasn't he? At Tynecastle. with
Oh, he
Paul
was,
Donaldson.
he was. Listen, it's going to be between those two, isn't it? Craig Levine was here about a month ago.
Yeah.
And he said...
He called it.
He called it.
We all said Aberdeen.
We all said Aberdeen. He said Falkirk.
Do you think there's a chance McGlynn goes to Aberdeen?
I think...
The Aberdeen fans are turning their nose up at that idea.
They've got no right to.
They've
You
got-
talk
you're
about
right.
entitlement to Celtic fans.
Yeah, you're right.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
You're bang on, You're right.
Yeah, the Aberdeen fans are still living on past glories.
Did they win a European Cup or something? That's all I fucking talk about. Honestly, man.
So, we're going to park Falkirk Hibs and say, listen, it's a 2-point gap between the two of them. Falkirk are 5 clear now of Aberdeen. And what a time to be a Falkirk fan, and very, very well done to them. And that's before even Cole Donaldson gets back.
I know.
Christ, they'll be in the Europa League spots by no time.
And did you see the day that Cole Donaldson was sat next to John McGlynn at Tynecastle
He was,
today?
yeah.
Two big jambos together.
He's two big jambos. So
Aberdeen.
talking of Aberdeen.
So 6-2 against Livingston. And there are now calls from what I would describe as sensible Aberdeen fans, because I have sought through a few of them out, that with 15 games to go, give it to Levin until the end of the season. Is it Peter Levin?
Peter Levin.
Levin. Well, I don't think you should
Peter
be.
staying.
I think you should be staying.
Peter leave until the end of the season. I never even considered that. That's interesting. So some Aberdeen fans are suggesting
I've got
that.
a couple of mates I went to uni with who moved down to Glasgow for uni and are now back up. One of them actually works for the club and selling the pie. So it's not. I made it sound as if it was like
You're the assistant
aye,
manager.
I know. And they were like, listen, at 15 games to go, like the only thing they've got for them is the Scottish Cup and potentially a top 6 race. Bringing in a new manager now is a bit risky.
It's not a bad shout, that.
And I don't think you're going to get...
I like that shout.
The fans don't want Robbo. I don't know why.
They don't want McGlynn either.
And I don't think McGlynn goes.
And the sporting director did say recently that the market for managers right now isn't great. So
He's been caretaker twice before. And he came out, I mean... As from a journalist point of view, he's a nightmare in a post-match interview because he gives you like 9 words.
He does.
And he just stops mid-sentence and you're on the back foot. And I was listening to him on Saturday when I dropped you off. And but 6-2 is a huge result.
It was a big result against a really poor Livingston team. I like that idea. I never even considered giving it to Levin until the end of the campaign. It's probably the right decision, and then you do your due diligence between now and then, and you try and get the right manager in the summer. Then that's manage kind of a pre-season, get rid of the shit, bring in their own players, etc., etc., etc. So it's not a bad shout. Listen, Aberdeen deserved to beat Livingston. What I would say about that particular game, it was a bit of a crazy game, that wasn't it? It was a mad game.
We should also, because we'd be remiss not to mention it, but we can't really talk about it because it's now a police incident. There's a moment between Jack Milne and Bakila for Livingston. They're both sent off. Accusations of language used, which we can't talk about because it's now a police incident, but we have to mention it.
Livingston reported it to the SFA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aberdeen
And to Police Scotland, I believe.
fervently deny any wrongdoing.
Yes.
And we'll leave it there. But not something that you want to see in our game in terms of the incident itself.
The incident involving Nisbet's second goal, I thought was really interesting. Now, it doesn't come back to haunt VAR or the referees or the result. Luckily, but it was a huge decision. I think it's 1-0 out for Aberdeen at the time, and this was to go 2-0 up, and Nisbet scores the goal. Now, what you said to me on the STV Radio Football Show is that they couldn't draw the lines.
Yeah. So where the camera angle was,
They couldn't draw the
at
lines.
Pittodrie,
Yeah.
they couldn't determine where the Livingston player ended up, where his foot was, because there was too many players in the way.
So they couldn't draw the
They
lines.
couldn't draw the lines.
So what they do is they then go to the referee. Do you want to go and have a look at it with the naked eye?
You have to. If you cannot draw the lines, they have to call the official over.
But is that an actual rule?
Yeah, well,
Well, the reason I ask that is because clearly the assistant referee hasn't flagged for offside because he celebrated the goal. Everything goes as normal, and then VAR go, I'm going to have a wee look at that, but they can't draw the lines. Surely you go with the on-field decision if you cannot draw the lines when it is that tight and it's that close, because with my naked eye, I think Nisbet is onside. If you can't
really, I think he's offside.
No, I think he looks onside.
I hate to say, I hate doing
Do
this.
you?
I think Ewan might be right.
I think he's off.
I actually agree with this point. Like, if the ref's going to look at a monitor the size of this A4 piece of paper, I think that's really hard to determine where the offside line is.
It highlights a fragility within the VAR system.
Yeah. So if the assistant doesn't raise his flag, then surely you just go with the on-field decision if the technology can't determine whether he's on or off.
Yeah.
The goal should have stood.
So the explanation that, the BBC we are not, because we're out, but they're out in the grounds. They got the explanation from VAR HQ, basically, is what they said on the radio. And that was VAR HQ's explanation, is that the lines couldn't be drawn, so it was up to the on-field referee to make the decision.
And he got it wrong for me.
This is the way it's going to... And there is no definitive.
Now, that would have been a massively controversial decision.
Can you imagine that happened in Hearts Celtic?
That's what I'm saying. It ended up 3-2 or whatever. Yeah.
And I get that's a Sky game. It has more cameras, so that's maybe not a great...
But again...
But it highlights the fact that when you have the bare minimum cameras for VAR, things like this can happen.
But a decision like that doesn't affect Aberdeen ultimately because we went and win the game 6-2. But had it affected the game in any way, shape or form where Livingston win that game, it can cost... A manager their job.
Yeah, of course.
It can,
100%.
and all that. So I didn't like that decision where they called the referee over to make it.
What I will say, though, is not Ross Hardy's worst decision of that match. I don't think that's a red card for either of those two players.
No, I agree.
I am baffled by that.
I agree with you.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the players' reaction. They were shocked as well.
I mean, it's two men tussling with one another.
Doing what?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think David Martindale had a really good point in this post-match where he says the ref can't have lost control of the game because he never had it in the first place.
That's a great line.
Yeah.
That's a great line.
I'm going to have a dig at David Martindale for his post-match presser.
Okay.
Because it's either one thing or it's the other. So in his post-match presser, he says, there is no doubt that we are to blame. I need to take full responsibility for this.
I heard that.
However, the referee was wrong. We shouldn't get the red card and blah, 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 blah. No, it's 6-2. You either take it on the chin yourself or you blame the referees. You can't have both. So either you come out and go, doesn't matter about the referee.
We were
wrong.
shite.
We were shite and it was up to me and it's my fault, slag me.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways. You can't then go, I bet the referee was wrong.
See, when it's
6-2.
See, when it comes to positive for Aberdeen, it wasn't just the 6 goals. It was nice to see Keskinen, an 800k player, finally turn up.
I totally agree.
That's what Aberdeen fans have been hoping for since day one. Mm-hmm. And he scored a really good goal.
Peter Leven gets out of them. And again, Kevin Nisbet gets
I've always liked Nisbet. I always thought that he was on the outside looking in for that Scotland score, but then he went a wee bit... kind of like he just disappeared off the face of the earth. But
I think the whole Aberdeen squad did for a period under
Tilly. Nesbitt for me is a good link-up player. He's a nice finisher as well. He's got a wee bit about him, but he's nowhere near the Scotland setup right now. Not a chance in hell. He's not anywhere near it. But there was a time where I thought he was in and around that, looking through the window. Stevie Clark, look at me. But he's not there just now.
Livingston haven't won a game since the 9th of August.
I know.
23 games without a win.
When do we start talking about the fact that...
You don't.
Martindale.
He's got enough credit in the bank for what he's achieved and what he's. Yeah, he has.
Does he?
He has.
I would ask you both the same question that I asked two pals in a group chat after the Aberdeen game. Can you name a manager in Scottish Premiership history, call it till the turn of the millennium, who's not won 23 games in the bounce and has kept his job? I can't.
It is sacking form, no question.
It's unprecedented.
And I think the only thing saving him from genuinely getting the sack is the fact that Kelly are just as bad, probably. So they're still in the relegation hunt. If they were like 10 points behind right now...
Do you think he'd be sacked?
And they hadn't won since August the 9th.
Do you think he'd be sacked?
I think so. And I think...
Do you not think he's got enough credit in the bank?
I think he's a brilliant manager. And I think we had Levine in, remember, and he was talking about the fact that in a relegation battle against Stephen Robinson, against Stephen Presley, and against Neil McCann, David Martindale's the guy who's been there and done it. Yes, he did get them relegated. They came back up.
Yeah. But look how many times he kept them in the league and how many years he kept them in the Premiership.
But that wasn't going 23 games without a win.
Okay.
They had a bit of dig.
Okay.
I think serious questions need to be asked of David Martindale.
You've just mentioned Kilmarnock there, who got pumped at the weekend from Motherwell.
Yep.
Does David Martindale catch Kilmarnock?
No. In what world would you see Livingston catching anybody when they can't win a game?
But Kilmarnock are just as pish.
I don't think they're as bad as Livingston.
I'm asking you, do you see Martindale catching Neil McCann?
No, I think Livingston are down and Kelly are 11th. I think it stays like that.
I think honestly it's much of a much. This is two really bad teams.
Yeah.
And I don't think St Mirren get dragged into it. I think it's those two.
And also, in the 1-1 draw between Livingston and Kelly, Livingston should have won that.
Yeah.
Yeah, denied the penalty, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kelly were also denied Livingston being down to 10 men in the first 8 minutes of the game.
True.
Fair point.
And we'll come on to Neil McCann because again had a right pop at the referee in their 4-0 defeat to Motherwell. And again, he's quite media savvy. He knows, listen, I know I'm sitting here getting pumped 4-0, but Lowry should not have been sent off. And I agree with him. I don't think that's 2 yellows. I don't think the first one's a yellow. I get the second one's a yellow card. I think the first one, reckless. Really? Is that a reckless challenge?
I think they're 2 yellow cards, bud. I think you've got that wrong.
I don't think the first one is.
But even down to 10 men, you still create some good chances. And for me, in that first 10, 15 minutes, we're the better team. And the goal that's disallowed,
Neil McCann says it's guesswork.
I was about to say the same thing. I can't see how that's
it's so tight.
I can't see how that is offside. I can't. They also hit the bar.
Yeah,
the Motherwell keepers made some really good saves as well. So it's not like they didn't create chances. And
that's why I think they'll be fine.
I thought they scored a goal. I don't see that being offside.
I think they've got enough in there that they'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
Especially if they can get Finlay Curtis from Rangers, which I know is in the pipeworks. I think they could be all right. Potentially.
Yeah. I suppose with the new signings, it pushes Curtis further down the pecking order.
But it's another clean sheet at home for Motherwell.
Oh, they were so good.
They haven't, as Callum quite rightly points out here, only lost 1 league game since the 18th of October.
That was to Rangers 1-0 at Ibrox.
They are, I mean, they're the team that you want a season ticket for right now. Is it Fir Park?
Was it the first goal from Just? Is that the first one? Was that the opening goal?
I can't remember. I just know it was the best one.
I just know it's the best one. That goal, the team
goal.
It
wasn't Eli Just,
And the goal, the teamwork, the passing, the wee feint, and then,
Maspanisi's volley,
I'm going to say the word. That Motherwell goal from Just.
Oh, don't going to know. We're trying to get away from using this kind of word. We're not that kind of podcast anymore.
Yeah, don't say it, please. I beg of you.
I'm going
to bleep it.
Okay,
I don't want people hearing that anymore.
So Motherwell go marching on. Here's a point for you.
Because you don't have them.
Here's a point for you.
That's a great feeling.
What are you talking about? I don't want to talk about this. Ronnie,
Jens
move on.
It's a good goal. That's why I called
the Motherwell team goals this season are like a highlight reel on themselves.
Correct.
Jens Bertelascu says none of his top players are leaving.
I believe him.
I believe him.
I don't.
I believe him now.
I tell you why I don't believe him, and it's no disrespect to him, and it's not that I know that Rangers and Celtic are about to bid for anyone. But see, for a club the size of Motherwell, every player's for sale for the right price. You try to tell me if like a Leicester City come in from Maspanisi for 6 million, you're going to turn down 6 million quid.
Is that where he came from? Youth player.
Under 23s, yeah. So they come, we've got a player here. Are you going to turn that down? No. So I get why he's saying it. To rally the troops and go, no, we're here for the title push or the European push.
They're 4 points behind Celtic. You're not selling your best players. You're not.
But you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Motherwell are a club that cannot turn down 6, 7, 8 million quid. They can't.
See those players? They're still going to be worth that, if not more, at the end of the season.
But if Maspanisi breaks his leg?
Well, I hope you don't.
We don't touch wood.
No, you're right.
Certain circumstances. He can go off. His form can go off a cliff, and all of a sudden doesn't score again, and then he's tanked.
And it's the same as players who hold out to run their contracts down where they could get themselves seriously injured. I get all that and understand that, but it's all ifs, buts, and maybes. But I think that Motherwell would be off their rocker if Celtic any of their best players. They're 4 points behind Celtic.
5.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
5. I mean, think about that. How many games we played in 23, 24?
23.
We've played 23 games and they're only 5 points behind Celtic.
15 games to go.
Think about it. Motherwell are 5 points behind Celtic in the league with 15 games to go. It's crazy. It's nuts. They have to keep their best players.
I think if I were Celtic, I would go after Askew for the Celtic job in the summer.
I agree.
Would you?
But to your point about Celtic Rangers buying Motherwell's best players, I just don't trust Celtic or Rangers to do that anymore.
No, but that's why I mentioned Leicester, because if Leicester come down, or any team, you could get a team from Poland out of a sudden just come in, or like Italy, like they did with Lennon Miller. You're not saying no one's for sale, and I think if he could have real egg in his face, if on deadline day they have like a weird £7 million bid from Saudi.
Udinese or something.
Do you know what I mean? And Maspanisi's holding up some other shirt on deadline day, and you go, well, when I said that, what I really meant was they're no for sale unless they come in with.
You've actually changed my mind on that. You've made a good point.
I hope he doesn't. Do you know? I hope he stays there because I think Motherwell deserve a right good go at this. Because Motherwell haven't had a team like this in a good while.
We have to move on. We've been talking for so long.
Sorry. Let's go through. I will run through the rest of the SPFL because, to be fair, there was some cracking games on Saturday.
It blew the title race wide open in the Championship.
Hello. St Johnstone 1-0 defeat to Dunfermline.
Huge.
Dunfermline moving into the playoffs, and with Partick Thistle winning 2-1, 2 points in it. St Johnstone have got a game in hand, fair play to them, but there's 2 points in it. And on Friday night, it is St Johnstone versus Partick Thistle.
What a game. Can I say what I normally say about Mark Wilson?
No,
with the
because
job
we
he's
don't
done?
have time for that. Let's keep going. Please.
Ross County, to be fair to Stuart Kettlewell, friend of the show,
He's done well.
What part of him's
a 1-0 win over Airdrie puts Queen's Park bottom of the table.
I said that Kettlewell would keep them up, and I think he's going to keep them up. Well, say what you see. Say whatever you think.
Say what you see.
Say what you see. Say what you see. Whatever
Thank you, Roy.
whatever it is. But Kettlewell, he can galvanise a team. He's shown that over the years, and
We'll
there
see.
he's doing it again with Ross County.
We'll see. Into League One, and Inverness, a 3-1 win over Alloa.
Big bounce back from a defeat to Spartans at the weekend before.
That's what it is. Penalty shootout. 2-0 for Steny. So it's neck and neck at the top, and Queen of the South are only 3 points behind them. What a race it is in League One. Kelty bottom of League Two. The bottom of League One, into League Two. And
Huge
the
weekend.
Spartans
And East Kilbride.
and East Kilbride both
I know.
tasting defeat.
Yeah.
Stirling winning a couple of draws in the other two games. So Spartans are 5 clear of East Kilbride, having played the same amount of games. Ewen Cameron, team of the week.
Oh, that's a great question. I'm going to go Dunfermline. Going away to St Johnstone and following up their win against Hibs in the Scottish Cup, I think, is a fantastic result, and it keeps the title race wide open, and gives Dunfermline a great chance of finishing the playoffs.
Callum Bell.
Falkirk, but if I could give it to one player, I'd just give it to Barney Stewart. I'll give it to Falkirk. Huge result against Hibs.
Motherwell. Swashbuckling. That's like Brazil-esque, some of the football they were playing.
Yeah.
On that pitch, and that pitch is horrendous.
It's worse
Have you
than
seen the
Dundee
big
United
the
pitch.
zoom out pitch? No, Jesus, that's like a swamp. Jesus, Shrek 5's getting filmed in Tannadice right now.
You'd certainly find enough focus in Dundee.
Yeah. Sitting in that corner flag in the puddle.
So, on to the quiz.
Is it the quiz?
John McGinn's ruled it for 6 weeks, so it's not as serious as we first thought. So we'll be back for the World Cup, thankfully.
That's good to
Scotland Watch. We're going to do that at the end of every podcast. Scotland Watch.
Is it definitely only 6 weeks,
And
6 weeks.
Nathan Patterson played for Everton the other day.
See,
the lesser
come on.
spotted Nathan Patterson. Right, let's wire in because we've spent so much time talking.
It was
nonsense.
a big weekend of football.
Big weekend of football.
Yeah,
There's
it was.
still, how are there still bubbles kicking about? Hello and welcome. I'm going to be very reserved to the STV Radio Football Show, end of show, game show, quiz show.
Yay.
It's where you and Ronnie go head to head. Oh, really? Already? I've had to listen to you talk all episode. I do it for 3 seconds and you're
but
yawning.
it's 9:30. It's way, and I've had my pills. I took my pills at about 7:30. They're kicking in.
That make you really good at this quiz then. The person who's got the most points after 5 questions wins. Do you know what the score is? Ewan, do you want to hazard a guess?
8-3.
It's 9-3.
Okay.
Ronnie can go to double figures today.
Go.
And I think we're getting to the point where he might run out
And
of
we're,
time to claw
we're
it back.
15 games left.
Hurry up. Just do it. I want to get home.
Shut up.
I'm driving you home.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
You'll
Yeah.
go when I go.
Exactly. These people haven't been waiting around for hours waiting on you, so they want to enjoy the quiz. The quiz is a good integral part of the show.
I meant to
In your own
elevate. I need to elevate my leg. So I've been sat too long without it being elevated, so I need to put my leg up. Go.
Name the only Scottish Premiership side that has 2 Curaçao-capped players in their squad.
To what?
Curaçao. They're going to the World Cup. Name the only Scottish Premiership side that has 2 Curaçao-capped players in their squad.
There's 2 Curaçao players in the same squad
In Scotland.
in the Premiership.
In the Premiership.
I don't want to be all aye there is, because I don't know if I've got it right, but I've made I would say a very educated
There are
guess.
2 Curaçao players in the Scottish Premiership that play with the same club.
And they'll be playing
Correct.
against Scotland very soon.
And they'll play against Scotland in a friendly before we go to the World Cup.
One of them wasn't in the most recent squad but has caps.
Go on.
I've no got a clue. I
I-
don't have a Scooby. It's either that or that. I've gone with 2.
Okay, but you can't normally get go.
I'm going to go 1, and then I've labelled them 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay, let's see who wants to go first.
Livingston.
Oh, bugger. I went with number 2 for Livingston. I went Lieutenant Mirren.
The only reason I thought that because Livingston have signed like 25 players, have they not?
You're not far off it. You're not far off the amount. I think they've signed 24 in this win.
Is it
It's
Livingston?
Two of them have got
summer.
Is it Livingston?
I can tell you, it's Livingston.
Come on.
See, I had that written down.
I think that's. Can I just say? I think that's part of the problem with Davy Martindale. Too many players too soon. They've
Would
lost
you like
their
to know
identity.
it's Joshua Zimmerman and Joshua Brennett. Me neither. Both Joshuas.
Well, I hope they don't do well against us.
Okay, question number 2. Have we not got Haiti in our group and not Curaçao?
We're playing them in a friendly.
Playing
Of
in a
course we do.
friendly.
Sorry, my mistake. Who were the last team to beat Rangers
In all competitions.
in all comps? Rangers
Oh.
have won 8 games on the bounce,
In all competitions, including Europe.
including Europe. a good question, eh?
It's a great question.
That's a brilliant question. I should know the answer
Shows
to
you how
that.
good, well Danny Rule is. We can't even remember. I'll put an answer down. Jeez.
The last team to beat Rangers.
9 games ago.
There's people screaming at their, I don't know, YouTube screens right now.
Or
Right.
in the car.
Or at their STV player.
or X.
Oh, yeah. We don't put this on X. It takes too long.
No, we
We did it once. It
Aye.
took too long. No one liked it.
I've got 12,000 views for it. Oh, what?
I know.
I know, mate.
It's tough.
That's a really good question. That.
Thank you. I'm not even going to edit this out. So people can just keep listening to this.
No, don't
quietness.
edit this out.
I think we need a wee egg timer.
I wouldn't disagree.
Oh!
Okay.
We're back.
You didn't talk for so long that the
Aye.
screensaver went on.
We nearly lost CR Smith for a second there. We are still sponsored by them, folks.
Just put a team down. Just put a team down. Who was the last team to beat Rangers? It's the simplest question going.
I can see it.
No, you
I think
can't.
it was 3-0.
I think you might. Do you know what? I think you might be right.
I think it was
No,
3-0.
it wasn't. If you think about it, it wasn't.
I think it was 3-0. Was it 3-0?
Just write down an answer.
I
I'm
know.
not giving you any clues.
Come on.
Just write down an answer. Write down an answer.
It's a Sunday night.
Exactly. I
Put
want to get
Eurovision to game and watch.
Cara's making soup.
I'm just going to do that. I know it's wrong, but
Ronnie, who'd you put?
Roma.
Interesting. Who'd you
it's not
put?
Roma.
Is it no?
I put Hearts. It's not Hearts.
So on the 11th of December 2025, Rangers lost 2-1 to Ferencváros, but then on the 21st of December, they lost to Hearts 2-1. That's the last game they lost.
I got that right.
Got that right, yeah?
No, I genuinely thought it was a European team and I couldn't
did I.
remember who it was.
Yep.
Have I just got 1-1?
Just gone 1-1.
Oh my!
The last.
Can I just say, no one expected him
No.
to get this right.
I'm not.
This is such a strange feeling.
Aye, go on.
Hearts 2, Rangers 1. Question number 3.
When was Roma? Christ.
Before that.
Way before that. Yeah, 2-0. Who's Hibs' current club captain? Some good alliteration in there. Who is Hibs' current club captain?
Another good question,
Guys,
mate.
I'm actually quite good at this sometimes.
Do you know what? It's about?
That's a genuinely good question. I think that might be.
Don't say it out loud, obviously.
I know it.
Ronnie.
I've got it. I've got it.
what's his
I
name?
think I've got it. I think I've got it. I think I've got it to go 2-1 up.
Okay, we'll go with Ewan to reveal this time first.
Newell.
Ronnie.
Joe Newell.
Correct, both.
Snuck in at the back post.
Oh, did you get it last
Do
second?
you feel like I feel like I'm on the ropes here? I don't
A
know
wee
why.
bit, yeah,
Do you know
a
what I
wee
mean?
bit, because
Almost
you're-
like Hearts Celtic.
Right, go on.
I think, Ronnie, you're going to like this question. Ewan, I don't think you are.
Go on.
Thomas Cvanchara signed for Celtic this week. Name either of the other 2 Czech Republic players to have played for Celtic. I think there's only 2, but if there's more than that, I'm sorry, Celtic fans.
Oh God.
Czech Republic. 2 more.
Or Czechoslovakia. who was
Okay,
Do they,
that?
have
right,
to, do they
okay.
have to be internationals? Like played for the team, or just from that?
No,
national?
just from that nationality. I'll read it
Czech.
for people at home again. Thomas Cvanchara signed for Celtic this week. Name any other Czech player to have played for Celtic.
Oh, I put such a weird, obscure guess here.
Okay. And
was-
bear in mind they have to have played, because there might be 1 or 2 that have arrived and not played.
I have no idea. I'm just having a guess. I don't even know what nationality this player is.
I don't even know what that says. Ronnie, go first, please.
I've gone Yuri Jarosik.
Great shout.
Ewan.
The
What have-
tall blonde player.
Aye, with curly hair.
He was a nightmare against Hearts. I
I
hated
just
him.
remember I was
I hate him.
Ewan, what have you put?
I thought he was a decent player, him.
Aye.
I put Lager Bielka.
he's Swedish.
Yeah.
Is he
No
Swedish?
Lager Bielka.
I don't have a clue.
Yuri Jarosik is bang on.
Oh,
And only Filip Twardzik was the only other Czech player.
He's a twin though.
Yes, but Patrick didn't play a first team
Did he
game.
not?
No.
Oh, he'd be raging at that.
I thought he was decent, him, Jarosik.
Yeah, he
I
was.
remember him. Did he not
Aye.
score a belter of a Champions League goal against? Shakhtar Donetsk.
I just remember him being a fairly decent player, and I remembered him against Hearts at Tynecastle a few times, and I hated him.
Is that a Strachan signing
Must have been. He came
Aye, I
from
think it was, aye.
2006
Yeah.
to 2008.
before Mowbray?
44 games, 7 goals. So Ronnie is 3-2 ahead in the last question.
You've done well this week. I'm proud of you.
Now,
Don't you dare patronise me. This moon boot
You're doing well.
is positioned
Keep it up,
perfectly.
son. There'll be a player in you one day.
there's what is it? Harry is hatless, but you called him Harry
I shat less.
Harry, I shat less.
All quiet this week, Harry.
Well, you'll be really upset if you two don't get this.
Oh, is that? Oh, it's a stadium.
It's
one.
not.
Okay.
But which Scottish League One side? Actually, don't
They're
move,
not on,
don't
they're
move,
not on,
yeah,
they're not
don't
on.
move anything. Which Scottish League One side are nicknamed the Methyl Milan? Which
Methyl.
You two look so puzzled.
Methyl. That gives you a clue, no?
Which Scottish League One side are nicknamed the Methyl Milan? So, a wee clue there. They might just play in Methyl, guys.
And that's near Edinburgh, no?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Is it Fife? I don't know. My geography's terrible. I'm having a guess.
I'm going to need you to put down an answer. They're in League One, and
League
you guys
One.
know the leagues. You guys,
Inverness.
you do a football show on a Saturday and a podcast on a Monday. You'll know every team that plays in League One. So just put one down.
Inverness. Alloa.
Alloa.
Which Scottish League
Queen
One
of the
side are
South.
nicknamed the
know
Methyl
in Methyl.
Milan?
Queen of the South.
You're helping him out by saying that out loud.
No, I've got an answer. And
But I'm just going through the teams in the league.
it was the first one that came to my mind as soon as you said Methyl.
Okay, cool, great.
Wee
Put a
Harry
team
will
down.
be sitting in the Highlands and smoking a cigar going, told they boys were and stupid. Sorry, Harry, I take everything back, mate.
I
I
even though I know it's wrong, I don't know. I've not got a clue.
Go.
I've lost the quiz.
What have you put down?
I put Queen of the South.
Awful answer.
Kelty Hearts?
Because they play in Methyl and not Kelty.
I don't know. Is that known?
I've not got a clue.
Guys, it's East Fife. Come on.
Is it? Do you know what? Can I tell you a very on the
don't
way,
care.
genuinely the way here?
I genuinely
Shut up.
don't care.
Go walk your moon boot in. The people might care. Dick Campbell, who's East Fife's manager, he gave the interview post. He gave his interview post match where he said, "Listen, I'm all for managers, taking the credit when we get things wrong. I'm a manager who's going to stand here and say, see when the going gets tough, it wasn't on the manager." That's what he said in his interview. God love, we send our love to Dick Campbell.
See you
right,
later.
East
Bye-bye.
Fife was the answer. Okay, that is us. What's that? 10-3?
10-3 for
Magic.
the series.
So, thank you for listening to the STV Radio Football Show, brought to you, of course, by our lovely friends at CR Smith. Next week, we will be back. Shut up. Don't walk away. You can't walk anywhere. He's dragged me off.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Next week, we'll run through the fixtures. We've got Europe. Either Celtic will be in, they'll be out. And we'll be looking ahead to another fantastic week of Scottish football. What will next week bring?
More drama.
You can see he does it on the fly, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and follow on all of our social media channels, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, everywhere else, including the likes of the lovely STV player. Ewan and I will be back on Saturday, STV Radio, 2 till 6 on the STV Radio Football Show. Join us then if you can. If not, from Callum Bell and myself, thank you very much. He's already away. Bye for now.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith are famed for those iconic Rangers and Celtic sponsorships in the 80s and 90s. And CR Smith are currently offering 0% interest-free credit for up to 5 years. CR Smith are Scotland's top-rated windows and doors company on Trustpilot. Remember, CR Smith are totally professional in their field. Thank you to CR Smith, and thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time on the STV Radio Football Show.